the doorknob turns eventually, and someone starts to come in that position of Rinder holding Bloink by the ankles. And Rinder, you get kicked by a tiny foot in the face several times. Bloink lands to the ground and scurries off somewhere.
Oh, damn, I was going to throw him at the person who came through the door.
Nah, he wiggles out.
Can I at least roll?
Is the stream back up?
Yeah, it's up.
Listen, Rinder's been through a lot. Just like half a session here.
Sure, go ahead, throw Bloink. You throwing him at the wall?
No, I'm throwing him at the person who's entering the room.
Okay.
Bo's just gonna say.
Oh shit! Uh-oh.
Well, I think you got a gauntlet.
Bloink kicks Rinder in the face and then crawls down the front of his pants.
Oh
And Rinder, you quickly turn away from the door, and someone on the other side go, "Ow, my hand!" And they open the door free.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop like the minute that I see the door handle turn.
Yeah, the guy goes, "Ow, my hand!" And then he like enters the room. It's big guy waiter who has been a thorn in Kindle's side, as well as the guy with the host thing. He's clean, wearing a new change of clothing, and you'd figure that's why he made you wait so long. And he comes in, and then he sits down at one end of the table, across from you all. And he looks at you all. And he pulls out like a little list of paper, and he starts with looking in Deimos's direction. What's your name?
Deimos. And that's all he says.
Destruction of property, grand theft cake, and then destruction of said cake. Why'd you have to kill the hostage, Deimos? Why'd you have to kill the hostage? And then he looks over to Locrian. He says, "What's your name?"
Deimos just looks down.
Locrian?
I think he's muted. Hold on.
I am muted. Like, I'm sorry. Did you just say we had to kill a hostage?
No, just what's your name? I was being dramatic for a purpose.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am Locrian Greensleeves. Pleasure to meet you. Sorry about this unfortunate situation that we've certainly been the cause of.
You didn't actually do anything. You're just wrong place, wrong time. Consider it that when we and curse your fate if you must.
Oh, okay.
You, child, name?
You don't know my name?
No.
I think you should
Why?
know.
Why would I know your name?
Because I don't know. My name is Kindle.
We have you for casting magic, as well as a slew of other things.
Like what?
Someone here wrote "too adorable to live." Was that you, Hans? And he turns to the big waiter, and the big waiter blushes. And you hear him mutter, "Look at her whittled pigtails."
I got
with the
kidnapped by
crowd.
someone.
No,
We'll get into that, but we know you're lying about that.
thank you.
What is your name?
Fine,
with the
really.
crown?
My name is Bo.
Why are you wearing a crown?
It's difficult to explain.
That doesn't mean you don't get to explain it.
You have royalty here from,
Why did you
so
roll?
Bo's going to attempt this as delicately as he can. You have royalty here from places you have not heard of. Yes?
No.
Oh no.
Which is why I cannot explain it.
So are you claiming to be royalty from a place I haven't heard of?
Yes.
We'll come back to you. And he looks to Helena. That's an
And Bo's
interesting.
still just holding his head like he has a migraine.
That's an interesting scar you have there.
No, I got in a battle.
I see. What's your name?
Helena Rose, bastard of the Segredo family.
We have witnessed accounts that you cast a spell on the man on Deimos while he was hurtling through the air.
I tried to stop, but didn't calculate that it would have made it worse.
We have eyewitness accounts that claim it was a hold person, and you do not seem to be a mage, more of a cleric.
Yeah.
What god do you follow?
Uh-oh.
She just bursts out in tears at this point. She's too stressed out.
He goes, no, and seems like actually embarrassed that you're crying. He's like, no, hey, stop. I can't deal with this. Get her to stop.
I just want to go.
I like to imagine that ours goes in and does the peekaboo.
By the way,
like that.
I'm gonna describe what this guy actually looks like right by now. He's a weary, middle-aged halfling with a bright red beard and a big, fancy hat. You can easily tell that he is extremely sleep-deprived. He reaches into his pocket and hands Helena a handkerchief that's monogrammed and says JB on it.
Oh wait, no, my character doesn't know JB.
They pick it. I just want to go home at this point. I just really
And,
did try to help stop it.
You, there, the tiefling. And he's looking at Xeris. Your name?
Ooh, what the fuck
I can
is that?
see.
That's
He
not
goes,
his name.
he goes, Johan, as you sit up, Xeris, because I'm guessing, Earl, does Xeris do that motion that you just did?
Of course.
Yeah, Johan goes, I can see you're about to give me a song and dance, or you're about to do something as ridiculous as what you did before. Right now, I just want your name and nothing else, please.
His name is Dave.
I don't know my real name.
I renounce you all.
Roll and perform, Xeris, to see if you can trick him.
I mean, he doesn't actually know his real name.
Oh shit, that's right. You
Wait.
picked-
And he
tell
don't
me,
even know his
What
last
do they
name.
call you then, sir?
Oh. Well,
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna ask someone else. Greensleeves. What's
Yes.
his name?
Well, we call him Mr. Saris.
Good, Xeris, excellent. And he throws you a cookie.
Thank you.
And he looks at Rinder. He's like, you look like you've seen many battles, and you also look absolutely exhausted, sir. What's your name?
What, it didn't call out Zaris's crimes?
He just decided, fuck it, I don't care. This guy seems tired. You actually see him about to read off something, and he looks, and he's like, fuck it, they get the point. And just goes back to asking your names. Rinder?
Render. He's like massaging his temples.
I heard that you, from some members of the more militaristic of our party guests, that you are Commander Rinder of this group of Maridana Miracle Makers. It's how we knew you were all part of the same organization. actually.
Shut up, Xeris.
Some days I wish I wasn't.
I see. Then you are aware that all of their crimes rest on your head.
Yeah.
I mean, in
If you were
his
silent with them
defense,
for weeks on end, you would want to be part of their group.
And lastly, we actually have your name. It's Bolt. And then he looks up. He goes, he looks down at the paper. He looks up again. Who is this?
To be fair, I'm not sure. Maybe
Hans.
you guys drug in the
Who's
wrong
this
guy.
guy? And Hans is like, I swear we brought him in, sir.
He was here. I was yelling at him.
Excuse me, have you seen the bathroom? I still can't lost it.
Oh, he's just wearing a disguise. They both say your voice is recognized. He just changed clothing. Jan seems impressed with that, and he pauses and he looks at you all and he says, "I'm willing to forgive all of your crimes. I'm willing to pay you, and I'm willing to give you lifetime access to the party as long as you solve a problem for me."
Lay it on me.
Lay it on us.
Do I get to
or
lose my
he.
warning too?
Absolutely.
Is
You are the honored VIP guests.
Is it child abduction? Because I, Bolt Magnum, am very well versed in child
It
abduction.
was a misunderstanding. Quit sinking yourself worse. What do you need us to do, sir?
This man already said that all of our crimes are forgiven, so why not come clean about all we've ever done?
No, that's not. Why do you do this? I
Well,
can't do
we have not had our shit forgiven yet. We get it forgiven if we do the job. Hold on and listen to the job.
So,
this.
a few days ago, I had hired some help responsible for cleaning out a refuse pit located underneath the manor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the smell.
They went missing. Yes, we've been managing to cover it up with perfume so far, but so far we've had some guests begin to complain.
So you just need help finding them, or?
I'm willing to pay each of you 500 gold and give you lifetime access to the feast. As long as if you go down there, clean out the refuse pit, and figure out what happened.
Demos shoots up from his chair and goes, "If this will cover my crimes, I will do it." He's got like cake still like leaking off of him.
Do we
Well,
need
to
to
be
do
honest,
this by any means possible?
Hans turns and is like, "Hans, why aren't they clean? Why did you not clean them, Hans?"
Well, I asked for permission to do it, but...
And Hans says, "I was afraid the little one would bite me."
He probably would have.
Kindle's gonna look at Hans and go, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
Uh-huh.
Alright, so go clean it out, try and figure out what happened to the previous guys. Any means necessary, provided we don't, like, destroy the building, of course. That's a given, you guys.
Can I ask for one more thing, maybe?
Yes.
Just a little tiny bit. Would we be allowed to cast magic as long as it doesn't hurt anybody or
That's
give us
the
any?
question that
Once
was
you
asked.
leave the ball and you're underneath the manor, you can do whatever you want. Just don't disturb the party under any circumstances. Are we clear?
Got
Well,
it.
we don't know what's down there, but we hope what's
It
down there
doesn't matter what's down there. It doesn't matter. It's a refuse pit. There's probably nothing down there. It's just a pit of
You've been back
trash.
before. You've been back
Bolt
before.
Magnum will gladly accept this offer.
Guys, I will point out that he does have a bit of a thing. You'll see how quickly he reacted there to being like, there's probably nothing down there. And Hans for a moment glanced at his employer and then looked away when he said that.
Yeah, well, I've literally fought a shit dragon, so we'll see.
Demos is eyeing the room.
Kindle's gonna look at Hans and go, Hans, is there something you want to say?
He says, "No, not at all." And Johan says, you don't need to speak to Hans, you can speak to me. Is there
I'm
something
sorry,
you want to
you don't
ask?
look like somebody that's very approachable.
He goes like, he's like, "Is it my hat?" It's like,
I believe it is your bloodshot eyes, good sir.
I think you need some rest.
I can
Maybe
get
not.
rest once you solve this problem.
Well, we
Take a nap after.
I, Bolt Magnum,
Well-
gladly accepts.
We'll get it taken care of.
Devos is still like holding his hand over his heart.
Okay.
We'll get it taken care
Patch,
of.
can I see if Hans is an elf or not?
Sure.
No, is he an elf? Like, can I tell by
No,
his
clearly
ears?
not. He's clearly a Goliath.
Oh shoot, hold on. Okay, then hold on. I lost my sheet for a second.
Mood.
Are you casting Charm Person? It'll be very visible that you are to Johan if you do.
Yeah, fuck Johan. I don't like Johan.
I'm gonna
Well,
let you know.
the guy you're casting it on will also know that
Yeah.
you did it.
Any spell casting is done verbal, somatic, and components, and doing that is very clear to anybody watching.
And
Yeah,
once,
so-
and once it ends, the guy that was charmed will know that he was charmed.
Yeah, he'll know that he was essentially mind controlled.
Alright, I understand all of this, but if people don't want me to do it, then I won't do it.
No, it's just it's
You can
It's
do it. It's
okay.
just
No, it's
just
okay.
you're gonna upset. Yeah.
Continue.
So, yeah, you guys. Yeah, he says, "All right, I need to go back out and make an appearance for the party. We're gonna prep you guys going downstairs, but for now, you may as well go and rejoin the party. You've already paid your fee with the bracelets. You've agreed to do my job. If you try to leave the premises, the guards are instructed to stop you."
Not a problem. We won't leave.
Now that I know that our past transgressions are forgiven, I must tell
They're
you
not yet. Stop it.
that
Have to
once
finish the job first.
I stole a cookie from my mother's cookie jar.
You know what?
It has
Anyway.
been
This is
weighing
gonna
my
take a long time.
It has weighed on
Can
my
you-
conscience ever since.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, Johan's like, just get out of here.
Thank you. Bye.
Feel
Bo's
free to
like,
mingle. Feel free to mingle as you see fit.
Hell, I was gonna try and
wait,
find the
wait,
present
I think-
again.
I think we did mingle for a long time, so
yeah, we don't
Yeah.
want to mingle anymore.
Okay, going down there, that is something I'd like to save for next session.
Oh.
So that's why I'm saying, like, you guys can go out and talk with other people, maybe find out more about this world, what's going on, stuff like that. Gather some information, maybe figure out what's down there, or if anything weird's been happening around the party lately, shit like that. This is a chance for you guys to do some information gathering before going down there, essentially, because we've only got a bit left, and it's a whole area down there.
I'm gonna go towards the Bloody Thorns.
All right, you go towards the Bloody Thorns.
Hmm.
As you guys come out into the main ballroom, though, first off, the act on the stage is currently a very ugly woman with unshaven green hair legs, a mini skirt, a green veil,
Hmm.
and a like little top containing a muscular muscular chest. Sorry, and it looks like it's just like a bra. Huh?
Is it Bloink?
No, whoever this woman is, she's very tall, about 6'2", and behind her is another shorter woman, dressed again in like desert dancer clothing with red hair, and this one is shorter and much stockier.
Oh,
Oh. These two. The ladies of the lakes.
And one of them is clearly having a great time dancing, not giving a damn. Like, there's a lot of hip shaking going on that's actually quite dexterous. The other one is just like every now and then maybe moving a little bit. The dancers look on horrified, and you see a man with violet like yellowish, with violet hair and bright yellow eyes. He's one of the waiters, and the dinner tray like he's holding slips to the side slightly, and everything starts slipping off before he lightning speed catches it. And you just hear him say, "Those fucking morons, I told them to be discreet."
Hey. That was noticeable.
Render distances
Wario,
himself
you
from the
guys.
party.
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to the Bloody Thorn too.
Alright, we're gonna go back into the same order, but reverse this time, starting with Deimos. Deimos, where are you going? What are you doing?
Deimos is like heading off to go find the washer, still like leaking cake from him. He's
As he
He's, like,
as we're walking
sweating.
out of the, oh, as we're walking out of the room, I was just gonna be like, tap prestidigitation.
Yeah, so you're clean, Deimos. Everyone got cleaned by Locre. What are you
Okay.
doing?
I was already clean.
Hans glared at you,
Also, I
decided to not say anything.
I give him a thumbs up, like,
Deimos, as you come out, you pass like the room where the dining hall was, and you can see it's got closed until further notice on it.
It seems like now you have to find the ballroom.
I guess he's just gonna go into the main ballroom
Yeah.
and maybe approach a couple and
Random people or people I've mentioned previously?
random people.
Cool. Yeah, you approach two random partygoers. A couple of them, like, are they dancing or are they just at a table?
Just at a table.
Cool. Yeah. You. Is it like a crowd of people, or just are you looking for just a boy and a girl?
Just like a crowd.
Okay. Yeah. There seem to be a bunch of like mostly drunken partygoers. Most of them are male. They're carousing, out for a rip if you're Canadian.
Show of hands, who here is
he's-
Canadian?
He's gonna like awkwardly just kind of like speak up. He's like, so, try to grab like at least one of their attentions and just be like,
One of them turns to look at you and goes, "Oh shit! It's Cake Man from the very dawn of Miracle Cakers. With us too. With us,
this is right.
dude. You're a legend."
He like flexes. He's like, I am made of cake after all.
They all burst out laughing, and they sit down. They signal one of the waiters and tell him to get a drink for you. And then one of them says, "Oh, and a slice of cake."
You have a fan club.
He just smiles and joins them, taking a seat with them.
We'll come back to you, so this way you have some time to think about them. These guys are all like 18 to 20. They look like, college students essentially having a party. Locre?
As we're all kind of about to start dispersing, I'm gonna lean down towards Kindle and be like, "So, little Miss Sage, would you like to help me find information?"
What do you want to find?
Well, we're here to find information, are we not?
Yes, we are. Well,
And then she stops, and then she puts her hand over Locrene's mouth, and she goes,
shh, you don't want to spoil the plan.
Oh, whoa.
Your beard
Looks like
singes
you
a
already
bit,
have a plan.
Locrian. Your like little
Yeah.
half beard, it singes a bit.
I'm like, I've already had this play before. Alright. Just as long as this plan doesn't involve spellcasting, you know what happened last time?
Nothing happened. Oh, yeah. You're right.
Yeah. Alright. Well, whatever plan it is, let me in on it. Well, you can whisper it in my ear.
oh. Gosh, is there any kids around?
There actually are a few. Most of them seem to have adult supervision, but you do see, like nearby, you guys can roll me a perception as one child is tugging on their guardian's sleeve.
Okay. Yeah. Oh.
Well,
It makes
goddamn,
so
Locrian.
much sense, too.
Locrian, you hear,
Something about kids, I don't know.
Mommy, I want to play in the Chunky Charlie playroom.
oh boy.
He can't be alive. He can't be alive. It's impossible. Son of Bacana.
I'm sorry. Kindle, somebody just talked about a Chunky Charlie playroom. Have you ever heard of something like that?
I can go ask them.
Sure. Let's go walk over there. Here, why don't we hold hands in the meantime? Please don't burn me.
Kidnapper!
Or just the pinky as last time, because I don't want to be burned. Deal.
We hold pinkies, and it's slightly warm.
we'll come back to you two. Israbo. So you guys have time to think about what you're going to talk and say to them.
I actually
Israbo.
know what I'm gonna say.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up towards the stage so that the two dancing ladies can see me.
Jaren sees you, dances over towards you, and like squats down and does that like, you know when you squat with one leg up and your other leg like slightly down, like one knee on the ground, one leg planted, and he slowly lifts his skirt up a little bit to show a lot of thigh. And underneath his veil, he winks at you and is like, I told you we'd get in. The costumes always work.
Bo just winks back and says, never had a doubt.
Darren slowly kind of wiggles over, and he says, we hit the doorman with the frying pan.
Yeah, I threw him your line. It wasn't catching anything.
No, the trick is while they're saying, those are the two ugliest ladies I've ever, and then you hit them. Darren says, we hit him in some rose bushes.
So, Mr. Purple over there, friend of yours?
Give me a moment. I need to check that Martin's okay with this. Martin, you had given me permission to use Lance previously for back when.
That's
Is that ongoing or not?
It's not ongoing.
Perfect. That's all I needed to know. No, this guy. They're like, oh no, we don't know him at all. We know the guy over there, and they point at a different guy who has blonde hair and red eyes.
All right. Bo's just going to be very brief and say, all right, another employer?
Sort of. They say. Sounds as sort of.
Okay. Just doing a bit of information gathering of my own.
He won't be coming with us when we join your crew.
Duly noted.
Darren
All right.
says.
Carry on, ladies.
Well,
I think I have a
Jaren-
date.
Jaren grabs you by the hand and is pulling you onto stage. And he's clearly playing it up that you were asking to be brought on stage, and that's why they were talking to you.
Only for a few minutes, and then I believe I have a date. And Bo gets on stage.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
Several
that's
nearby women, like, you hear them yelling, "Strap! Strap!" We'll come back to you in a moment.
But I'm in my finery.
Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah?
You're up. What's Helena doing? Is she scolding Xeris?
No, Helena just lifts a finger at him and opens her mouth to say something, and it's like, no, she stops herself. She's like, I was gonna go to the Bloody Thorn, but I think I'm going to go to one of the probably rooms where they allow magic, and maybe they got books and shit. I want to read. And turns around and leaves.
Yep. You ask someone for directions, and you find yourself a quiet study. They ask how many people will be using the room.
Me and whoever wants to come in.
Would you like to make it a public room so this way anyone can join, or a private room?
Public room is fine.
And the name on the room?
Rose Garden.
Sorry?
Rose Garden?
Rose Garden. Okay, we can do that. Normally we ask for first name, last name to tell people who's in the room, but Rose Garden should be fine.
Oh, you meant my name. I thought you were gonna name the
No.
character. Oh no, then Helena Rose.
And what purpose is the room going to be used for? Quiet study, group study, or?
Just quiet study, just away from the mess, you know?
The waiter nods and says, all right, we'll put your listing up so this way other people know the room is there.
Thank you.
Xeris?
He's sitting in timeout.
Self-imposed timeout.
He totally deserves it at the moment.
So Xeris, you're just sitting at a table all alone?
Yeah.
Does he have like a dunce cap on him?
Alex,
No, he has a
Sign on his back.
yeah, that's a sign on his back.
yeah.
That says if lost, return to Helena and a few other stuff. Do not fight and don't play checkers.
Rinder?
Rangers fucking get away from everyone as far as possible.
Okay. do you wanna join Helena's room?
I think eventually he winds up in there because it's nice and quiet.
Yeah, Helena is the first person to join your room.
Helena just looks at him and does a waving hand to go away.
Rinder?
To Rinder.
Jesus!
No
He
one from
just
the
kind of
group.
shrugs exasperately and walks out.
Do you go into your own room, Rinder, with flapjacks and hookers?
Jesus!
Flapjacks?
Flapjacks and hookers.
It's blackjack.
Blackjack.
Flapjack, yeah, flapjacks
No.
and hookers.
No, blackjack.
It's a card game, Dylan.
Why would you want to play blackjack when you could have pancakes?
Oh, you're
Damn
intentionally
right.
being obtuse. Got it.
No, he just finds himself with a spot on the wall on the ball.
Alright. Rinder becomes a wallflower after, like, Helena's like, get the fuck out, Rinder.
Get
There's
the
a
fuck
lot of
out.
perks in that.
It's more of a I'm taking time from the group right now.
That's why I'm making this a
What the fuck
public
is this?
room for everyone.
Everyone who's not the group.
I hear there's lots of perks in being a wallflower.
Fuck!
What are you up to?
Deal with this shit too.
Let me roll a percepzione. I wanna find. Oh jeez. Okay. I was gonna say I want to find the most beautiful woman in the room, but I don't think I find any.
You pass a mirror and you realize you is the most beautiful woman in the room.
Who is?
Deimos! What do you do with
Alright.
your college bros?
Alright, several drinks in. he's got like his hand in the air and he's like acting out of scene. Explains it. He's like, and that's when I took my cake axe and I threw it with a mighty throw to the ending Void King, recalling one of his many battles in the great journey through hell.
Roll
King
me
hell.
a performance to see how well you tell that story.
He's got
Can I
inspiration.
use advantage?
Absolutely, you have inspiration from everyone who's following you to the food.
Oh,
Somebody in the room goes, but what about the fish?
They are loving it, hamming it up, and they say, "Dude, you hear over here one of them go, dude, I was here yesterday, and I swear to God, Sarah Vorherens, her chest suddenly exploded with a huge bone protrusion coming straight out of it, and she died. Tried to cover it up, but I saw the body getting moved, bro." And they all go, the college kids all go, "Bro, why you gotta bring the mood down?" And then one of them else goes, "Bro, she had fine lips though." And they all go, "Bro." And then one of them goes, "Hey guys, we really shouldn't objectify women like that."
Kid.
Someone died, dudes. And they all go, "Dude."
PTP.
Taylor's just like, bro. Like taking the beer away from his lips. Or wine. Whatever.
Locrian?
With Kindle at my pinky, we go to
She's gonna
Where?
quickly whisper one more back.
You handle the parents. I'll handle the kid.
Okay, sounds good.
Logan knocks the parent out.
When we approach, what does the situation look like? What is the mom saying?
The mom is like, "Not now, sweetie. You know I can't let you play alone in there." the big kids might hurt you with the mecha.
I'm sorry, Miss. Did I overhear you talking about a playground?
By the way, this is a single. Like, this woman has no man near her.
Okay.
She's on her own, and you don't see a ring.
Does she have the
Thanks, Dylan. Thanks for setting me up here.
Does she have
the
this?
Cougar Part 2.
Does she have the soccer mom haircut?
Electric Boogaloo.
No,
Does
she
she
doesn't have the soccer mom haircut.
Does she have the Sharon
In fact-
haircut?
No, she's an elf.
Ooh.
And she looks up at you, Locrian, and she says, "Oh, hi. It's nice to meet you. My name is Teresa."
She forgets her name for a moment.
Shut up.
I mean, it's Locrian, so.
Beautiful
Yeah.
name. I'm Locrian. Pleasure to meet you.
That's a very handsome name.
Thank you. Did I hear you guys talking about a playground?
Yes, there's a playroom set up by the Chunky Charlie fast food group, like the company. You know,
Oh.
they have some franchises here
Oh.
in the kingdom.
Oh, I had no idea. Sorry, I came from really, really far away, and I was just looking for something for me, and I'm kind of being her guardian.
This is my dad.
Kendall says.
I kind of been put in the spot. I guess I am her dad.
Aw, isn't that nice?
Yes.
Well, it's nice to meet you, sweetheart. What's your name?
My name's Kendall.
Well,
She
Kindle.
tries to give like the most innocent childlike smile.
You succeed at it. She introduces you to her son. Oh no, I said it was a daughter previously. Her daughter. God, names. Hold the fucking like.
I'm holding the phone for
Camera.
you.
Hold the camera, mom. Shit, I closed down my name generator. Oh, we're doing it live.
99 tabs.
Jenny!
Single name generator.
What?
Jenny, name her Jenny.
No, we already have a Jenny. Her name is
Tiramisu.
Joy.
Tiramisu!
Joy.
Tiramisu.
Rayalia.
Really.
But you can call me Ray, she says. Why is your hair on fire?
Oh, I'm a genasi.
You've seen a Genasi before, Ray. Tiresa says, as I try to desperately get used to their names.
Well, to be perfectly honest, is that some place that adults generally go? I feel like I've had my fill in food and entertainment out here, but now I feel like I really should take her over there to have fun, and I'll be all by myself. Would you like to?
Well, I think I would love to join you.
Perfect.
Kendall's gonna quickly look at Ray and go,
Hey,
and she's doing this in child's cant, by the way.
Yes.
She's going.
what can you tell me about this room?
Oh, the playroom? The little girl says.
Mhm.
Oh, it's run by the Chunky Charlie, and it's pretty fun. There's a ball pit, and there's a little machine called a mecha. There's also the mascot, Chunktastic Charlie, they call him.
This doesn't sound very entertaining. This sounds like for kids who have like 2 brain cells.
Kendall says.
The little girl says.
She's like deadpanning, like staring deep into Ray's eyes.
You're being nice down there, Kendall?
Yes!
He says with a smile, looking up at Lokran.
So
I'd
anyhow,
love to accompany you, she says, standing up. And do you offer her your arm?
As that is customary, you may follow me.
She takes
Or
it
rather,
as you guys.
lead the way, because I honestly have no clue where we're going.
She takes your arm, and as you're walking away, Rinder, roll me a perception.
I had to open a sheet. Why do I have a perception though?
Because you see something that Locrian misses.
Naturally.
Because you're just kind of wallflowering.
There's lots of perks.
That one. Today's not a good day for Render.
Rinder has tried so hard not to give a fuck that he
Rinder,
literally misses it.
you see, as Locrian's leaving, a familiar other female stand up. It's Comtessa Prowlin, and you're so shocked by this, you do a spit take directly into the waiter beside you's face.
God.
And it's Hans. It's Hans, and he looks at you and he just goes, "Why?" We'll come back to you, Rinder. It's Rubo.
Well, I guess I'm dancing, right? So do I need to roll a performance so that I can dance and be done with it?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to stay up here for too long. I just,
Oh
I
God.
don't want to waste all my rounds dancing. I'm just doing the thing.
So, the girl, although the men in the ballroom were definitely weirded out by this act, the girls have been loving it. Especially since Jaren does have, like, a swordsman's body. So he's not, like, although he's lean, he's not scrawny, you know? So, and Darren, it also looks like Darren, despite being a mage, works out for you. So, as you get into it, they begin throwing money on the stage, and they begin calling for you to strip.
Yeah, bows fit.
Do you start stripping?
Hell no, this is my finery.
The crowd seems disappointed, but, you know, they're going to take whatever they can get at this point. You rolled pretty well, so you're surprisingly adept at dancing in their eyes. Alex.
Wait, I don't want to...
Yeah, boy.
Aww.
Oh,
Yeah, that's all you can do for now, Isrubo. You're
Can I
getting
get
off
the
stage.
stage at least?
Yep, you can get off the stage.
Okay.
So, meanwhile... One moment. Sorry, hold on. I think I put...
Dago, go
music.
bork.
Yeah, Tavros really want to join back in.
Huh?
Feel my heart. Tavros is barking.
Oh. He's a lion.
I know, but it's just true.
I don't get it.
It's fine.
Here
You
it
were
is.
there for a joke.
The door to your room opens up.
I swear to God, if it's someone from my team, I'm going to
No,
fucking
it's
scream.
not. It's someone that's.
It's
You
me.
look up to yell at whoever entered, thinking it's a member from your team.
This
and-
gives him like a real angry stare.
Yeah, and
Gotta
instead
use
you
that
are
plus one.
face to face with Theo, your cousin.
You did put your name on the room.
The ranking member
You're
of the
telling me
Third
that
Hand.
you're telling me that in a multiverse full of fucking millions and billions of not someone else.
Are you
named someone-
saying that out loud, by the way?
No. They're pretty diff at this point. So
He gestures at one of the comfortable couches in your study. Can I join you, cousin?
you never had to ask permission before. Why start now?
He smiles, a smile filled with white teeth, and he sits down across from you. He doesn't say anything. As always, he waits for you to speak.
Why? What are you even planning, Theo?
A revolution, he says. I've always been honest with you before, and I'll be honest now.
And for what? For death? For glory? For money?
For freedom.
Of what?
I'm gonna cry.
Shackles is what the gods of the multiverse have placed on all of us.
They gave us what we needed to survive.
that mean we owe them supplication? Does that mean we owe them for bringing us into a world we didn't ask to be brought into?
You can ask that to any, like, child towards a parent.
Do you owe your parents supplication and unending loyalty then, just because they birthed you, Rosebud?
Elena pauses and throws him a glance, but before it would have been timid, now it's just like daggers, just staring at him like, I'd kill you if I could.
Do you say that to him?
No, she's just staring at him like real angry, like, you know better. You know I didn't know them. Sure as hell didn't, you know. I don't know, Theo. Why are you even here? Taunt me again? Just like before?
I've never been here to taunt you, only to hope that I can take the scales from your eyes and let you see the truth. There's a spot for you. With us, you already have the arm.
She covers her arm a bit now.
You've proven to be a capable fighter. You've proven that flame inside of you hasn't gone out. Why continue to let it be snuffed in service to a liar? Why do you keep fighting for them?
What are you talking about for the gods?
Yes.
Because if you take away everything that's created, you're left with nothing.
We don't seek to take away what's created. We just seek to free it from its creators.
And then what? You hold the power?
No, we release it, of course.
It'll just be reborn, wouldn't it?
Not if in the way we do it. I only hold the power now for a loaning purpose until our goals are seen, and then I will relinquish it. Do you want me to move on to someone else, Alex, and we can come back?
Yeah.
Damos, you don't know, but I'm gonna just fill in for Evan real quick. This Theo guy is a long-running villain who is also Helena's cousin. So far, the party, this guy is also like stupid powerful. He has the powers of 13 different gods that he has killed within him.
Oh my god.
Yeah, every time he's shown up, the party has like had to run from him. Yeah, they've had to run from him, but as they go, they have dropped a building on. They've dropped 2 buildings on him so far.
2 buildings?
Yeah, they have dumped 2 buildings on him.
Hi, I'm Zaris, and I drop buildings on big bads.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
And moving back to the ballroom, Zaris.
That's so tense.
He's all for one.
He actually sort of is. I didn't think about it, but yeah. The burned hand are essentially all for one. Zaris, what are you up to?
Sitting in time now.
You cross your arms petulantly. Until a woman approaches you and extends her hand. Would you like to dance?
No, I'm good.
Are you sure? You looked alone sitting there. And what kind of man comes alone to a party? Normally a bachelor looking for a cougar. And this woman is like in her middle ages, she's wearing finery, and Rinder, with horror, you realize it's Comtesse Prowlin do a second spit take on Hans. I don't think he's actually here, so that just happens. And again, Hans goes, why?
No,
He
I'm the
should
luckiest
stop
man.
coming up to us.
I'm the luckiest man in a lot of different times. So
Oh, well, then I may I at least sit and join you.
Sure.
She
Uh-huh.
sits down beside you. Do you want to say anything to her? Or?
Not really. Just kind
Okay.
of sit.
All right, May. He's not here, so we'll come back to him. Martin.
Well, hey, sexy mama.
All right, you were just sitting with Zaris, weren't you?
No, I was stuck with a mirror.
Oh, yeah, right. Are you gonna do anything else, or are you just gonna peacocking?
I'm gonna grab the nearest waiter. I'm gonna say, "There's an emergency here. There's a handsome man. Oh wait, it's just me."
The waiter looked like he was about to blush as he thought you were gonna say him, and then at the last second went, "Oh."
Aww, that's so sad.
Well, I am, and then he shakes his head and he goes, "Oh, wait, I'm completely losing track of myself. Who the fuck am I even talking as right now? Hang on.
Bolt Magnum.
Bolt.
I'm going to look for the most beautiful woman in the room again."
Okay.
It's Bo.
All right. Who is the most beautiful woman in regards to you, Martin? Like, how does Bolt? What does Bolt define as beauty? Big titty, big ass, nice thighs, or just a shining personality?
Get the 3-piece combo.
Big
Well,
titty
the
golf
thi-
GF.
The
He
thing
looks
is
for
that
the plot, is what he looks for.
the thing is that what's the most important is what's inside. But because you can't see what's inside, you still have to go by something. So you go for the one that has a little bit of pizzazz.
3-piece combo and a biscuit.
Damn.
Oh, he looks for Vasha.
I don't. Pizzazz. Let me just think of someone. Oh yeah, you see a woman who, amongst all the other ones hurling coins at Bo, she seems kind of bored with the whole affair. Crunch, crunch.
Oh my god,
munch,
I'm getting
nom.
Black Mirror vibes. Oh, that episode.
Huh?
This is reminding me of an episode I watched.
Right. Bolt goes over to the lady.
One moment. Hold on.
Oh no.
Changing the music.
Oh god.
Hold on.
Kiss from a rose on away.
One moment. Sorry. Here we are. As Bolt approaches,
Johnny Bravo music starts.
it's not. It's just 70s porn music.
And well, as he approaches, he say, "My lady, I, Bolt Magnum, was put here for a purpose, but as none in my group of companions have yet to told me what my purpose was, and this is a ballroom, I must admit the only thing that comes to mind is to engage in ballroom dancing. And seeing as you are the most beautiful woman in this room, I, Bolt Magnum, would like to wish for your hand in a dance."
Aww.
Roll persuasion.
I will do that eventually. Because I'm on my laptop, so it takes a bit longer.
No worries. We're not
like
in a rush.
talking to like.
We are not in a rush. I kind of want to get rid of the whole like, oh man, we're always so pressed for time aspect. So, like of Hero Factory. So, we'll just end when we get to a good point after 11, essentially.
Oh my fucking god, this is.
She rolls her eyes and says, "Hard pass."
Ooh, tough luck, buddy.
Maybe you will change your mind once you see my dance moves. Would you like to do the monkey with me?
We'll get back into that, but be ready to roll to perform. May, you were gone, so I'm just coming back to you.
Okay.
You did a double spit take when you realized Contessa Prowlin is now sitting with Zaris, and again, poor Hans, just right in his face.
Why does Hans keep going back and forth between May and Zaris?
He hasn't.
Is he just
Rinder
randomly between the two of them?
apologizes. He's had a long.
He's just been standing by Rinder.
Well, you said Zaris spit take onto him too.
No, I didn't
No,
know.
Rinder twice.
Oh, okay.
Rinder, what are you up to?
Rinder apologized. Said he's had a long night.
Hans says, "Yeah, I figured, man."
Is a Jamaican.
A Jamaican halfling. I like it.
A Jamaican halfling.
After a few months, he says, you look like you're about to say something. We're like, what was it?
This is the third group that he's hired to go down there. Last one was as equally well armed as you. And he pauses, and like he again looks away. You'll need to roll me an insight to see if he's got more. So guys, this is me say when I say stuff like visual or verbal text. You have to notice them out of character and then ask to roll an insight in character.
Well, Zaris is here.
No, Zaris is outside of the 30 feet. This small too. And you said you wanted to get away from everybody. So, no, you don't notice that he might be hiding something or not.
I mean, I could probably infer that since this is the third group that.
Yeah, you can still infer it, so you can ask him about it more, but just letting you know that you're not certain if he's hiding anything or not.
They didn't come back, did they?
No.
He gives a heavy sigh.
Anything else?
No.
All right. Meanwhile, with Deimos and his new buddies.
His entourage.
What are you up to, Deimos?
Alright, so Deimos is like all the way back, hung over his chair, his drink glasses surrounding him.
He's drunk.
And he's just talking to the ceiling. He's like, man, seriously, that buffet's actually endless? They just keep making food for it?
Yeah, man. It's great.
Man. So, he catches like something and start.
They're taking turns throwing cherries into your mouth. It doesn't stop. That's the 300th he's eaten. These are like shitty bar cherries too.
Sweet maraschino ones.
He's not human. One of them cries out. And the other one goes, "Voice, we found it. The legend, the legacy stomach."
The legacy stomach. The bag of holding.
Gain an inspiration, Locrian.
No!
Wow.
Deimos, are you doing anything else asking him, or are you just role-playing?
He's gonna continue and be like, so how long has weird shit been happening?
Man, you're gonna want to talk. We actually just kind of showed up recently. Even Tom there, who told you about Sarah. Was that her name? Was that her name, Tom? Yeah, that was her name. You're gonna want to go talk to, and he points across the way at a woman having a smoke behind a wall of bodyguards. That chick, she can also get you weapons into the ball. She's great. She's got all sorts of great shit on her. She's been here since the party started.
Since the party started?
Mm-hmm.
He's like sitting up now, like staring over there now. Like he doesn't care if he's like being creepy about it or anything. He's just staring. Yeah? Okay. He just gets up and walks away.
Alright. We'll come back to you as you reach her bodyguards. Locrian, you and Kindle move through winding hallways after winding hallways until you come into the Chunky Charlie's playroom. And inside, there is what appears to be a really, really, like, fat creature in a huge, like, bulgy, chunky overcoat. And he must be wearing a mask of some kind because there's stitches going down his face, and his skin color changes a bit.
Does he look familiar in any sort of way?
No, not to you.
Would it be familiar to Kindle, seeming as though she had access to like everything that ever happened ever? With
Nope.
in regards to the Miracle Makers?
Nope, because you guys didn't. Oh yeah, you know what? Actually, yeah. No, Kindle. This doesn't look recognizing anyways, you know who Chunky Charlie is, but you don't know if that's Chunky Charlie or not. He does not look like the Chunky Charlie you described. He didn't have any scars or stitching on his face, for one. And the little girl points at the horrible monstrosity, Ray, and screams, "It's Chunky Charlie!" Ah! And then runs away and jumps into the ball pit to hide. But it seemed like a playful scream. And the strange creature thing, you're still not certain if it's a costume or not, waddles towards the ball pit after her. Before you see it, like, stop, and you see its ankle is chained to a post in the center of the playroom.
Is there any guards that I can see?
No.
It's just like children and like, I guess their parents.
Yeah. The parents all seem to be pretty weirded out by this creature, but the kids seem to love it.
I want to cast Detect Thoughts on Chunky Charlie.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Wait, Locrian, first, you recognize Kindle about to start casting a spell.
I like tug on her pinky.
She keeps going.
like to mess up her semantic component. I'm just gonna
Roll sleight of hand.
If you
I'm gonna excuse me, miss. After.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he slaps your hands down.
she's gonna bite him.
Excuse me, miss.
Alright, hey, look,
before.
Get bit while you're trying to talk to the other woman as Kindle bites you. Roll a melee attack, Kindle. Locrian, you're not wearing armor. What's your AC?
It's
I am so
10,
angry
13.
right now.
It's an unarmed attack.
What's it not? It was at like a 1d20 plus
1d20 plus your
Plus-
strength
yeah.
plus your proficiency, because everyone's proficiency in biting
yeah,
people.
I was just making sure. My strength is -1, right? And my proficiency is 3, so that'd be +2. Alright. Oh, I went wrong one.
That beats your AC. You take 1 plus Kindle's strength.
-1.
-1.
You are not hurt at all. She can't break skin.
ow, but she's tugging. Please, one moment. Miss, Teresa.
No worries.
Teresa.
I'll go keep an eye on Ray. Will you will you discipline your child?
Well, not discipline. I just gotta make sure.
She's already walking off.
Alright. I lean down. Kindle, what are you doing? I thought we said no magic.
Are you stupid? Do you not see that thing? Do you not see that that thing is not normal?
Hey, bring the volume down. You're acting like my child. Alright? We gotta keep appearances.
Keep
No, I don't-
appearances,
I
then bugger off and let me do my thing. There's no guards here. Just a bunch of...
And then she looks around and she goes,
people that don't care.
Hey, Bree. I'm sorry. Hey, Kindle. Sorry, Kindle. Look, we
Trying
can
to get a
work
real personal in
together.
here.
We can work together. You don't need to be angry with me. If you need cover, I can make a distraction. Just give me a moment.
Patch, did that take up a spell slot?
No.
She's like,
Spells don't get. The only way that I count failed spells as if they had used up the spell slot is if the casting actually finished. If you get knocked out while casting, if you get interrupted somehow, the spell slot is not usually consumed unless like under certain circumstances.
I will. Just tell me that you need to do something, and I will cover for you.
However, stopping a
You
spell
can't-
midway is similar to stopping peeing midway. It's really uncomfortable feeling.
yeah,
because
that's probably why she's
you-
angry.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
had all the magical energies ready to go out, and then they had nowhere to go.
Look, I'm
Finger
okay with you
people.
casting spells here, but you gotta let me know so we can do it sneakily. You can't just keep casting spells in the open. People are gonna see you. We're gonna get into trouble.
She
Okay.
looks like she wants to like rebuttal your statement, but she purses her lips. She gives like a big
Fine.
As she does, a little bit of soot comes out of her mouth.
All right, give me one moment. I'll go and make a little bit of a distraction, and then I'll give you a chance. All right?
Fine.
We're gonna come back to you guys because we're trying to go fast through everybody, and you guys have a distraction to plan.
I was just gonna do something.
Okay, I'm off the stage now.
You're off the stage,
Cool. Where's Ventress?
sitting at a table, like again at the back. Oh wait, no, you don't see her anymore. She's not in this ballroom.
Okay,
Oh my
well.
god, Ventress too.
Hey, what do you think I'm going for? Okay, so she's definitely not in this ballroom. Or do I need
Yeah.
to roll perception to double check?
Definitely not in this ballroom.
Cool. But there's many other rooms available.
Yeah. There's a list of public rooms too. Don't forget.
Cool, I'd like to go look at the list.
Yep. You scroll through. Helena Rose's name catches your eye. You don't recognize any others.
Okay. Private rooms are unlisted, I presume, but if I was perhaps waiting for someone who is in a private room, would I be able to find out so that I could interact with them later, or find out if someone has left the party, perhaps?
You would from the scrying portal, May. And the guy says private rooms are kept private. Sorry.
No, that's fine. I saw someone I wanted to talk to, and now I don't see her. I'm just wondering if she left, or...
I can confirm her if she's still in the party or not, if you'd like.
Yes, and so Bo asks about Ventress.
Guy talks into his wrist and then holds his wrist up to his ear. Yeah, she's still in the party. No one's seen her leave, at least.
Very good. Suppose I should just peruse. No chance you guys have any kind of a map as to what entertainment is available in the other rooms?
We had one. It was in the dining hall.
Right, which is a catastrophe at the moment.
Yeah. You know what? You were talking to Johan, and he mentioned that we should be trying to accommodate you right now. So if you want to go to the dining room, I can just go on in. No one will stop you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And Bo will head to the dining room.
Okay. as you open the door and walk into the dining room, there's nobody. You at first don't see anyone in there, and then when you walk a little deeper in, you hear the sound of blood leaving someone's body.
In what way? There's multiple ways for that to happen, and the sounds are different.
In like a knife being pulled out of someone's gut, and you turn, and you see that around the corner, hidden from view of the door, is Vermin. And he is currently Vermin, the assassin in Birthright and Bureaucracy.
Yeah, I never met him.
Oh, well, you do have a description of him that Simon gave.
Yep.
When was... Okay, I know of Vermin because he was technically in
Let me
Losta's
clarify. The main reason you know it's Vermin is because Ventress is there watching. Vermin himself does not look anything like Simon described him as.
Okay.
He is not wearing a mask, but he also doesn't look like he did before.
Then how would I know this is Vermin if he looks
Because
like
Ventress is there, and because we'll say Ventress said his name or something like that to get his attention to be aware. Yeah.
Got it.
And Ventress turns to you and goes, "Oh, it's you again. Come on in. I'm just dealing with a bit of business. It'll be over shortly."
No problem. I saw you earlier, and I was just wondering if we had time to chat, figure out what the skivvy is down here, and see if we can share notes.
I'm not particularly interested in sharing notes with you. She says, looking at you as her bow. See, and Vermin drops the body and kind of like hefts his knife a little and tosses it. And you're starting to feel like the mood in the room is slowly changing to a mood you definitely don't want it to be in. She says, "See, I know that you were supposed to stay asleep for a while. Just until I had finished things. And instead, your friends, they woke you up and you sang like a bird to them when I believe that I had asked if I should kill you or not, and you said no."
To be fair, never sang. They intruded my head. That's different.
You know, tomato, tomato. I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. So,
fair enough.
I'm gonna ask you a question again, and we're gonna see if this time you can't think of a better reason. By the way, the door closed behind you, like it swings shut.
I got it.
But you're still within reach of the door. You're not very far in the room.
I got it.
Yeah. Why should I let you live instead of just killing you here and now? And 2 for the price of 1 in this case. I have to pay him per hour, not per body. She says, pointing at Vermin. So I save money if I just have him finish you now.
While that would be a financially good decision,
I do like saving money.
True, but isn't it more lucrative and cost-effective in the long run having someone who's still willing to help you, even considering the fact that you did have him shoot me after you said you were going to let me go, and here I am still looking for you, still looking to talk with you, still looking to entertain your presence?
Roll persuasion. Okay, I'm paying attention. Vermin, stop throwing the knife like that. You're going to scare him. Vermin stops tossing the knife up and down. In fact, why don't you go make yourself scarce? Vermin, just without like any sort of movement at all, vanishes.
So Bo's gonna just kind of clap his hands together and take a couple steps forwards. Not threateningly, just, he just feels like talking to her. He's like, "Yes, and I'm terribly sorry about that incident, but as you did see, after that happened, I did make scarce."
She shrugs. "I guess. Alright. I think we can go back to being friends, she says, smiling at you.
I would so like that. It was
And,
so much fun working with you and helping figure out the plan and everything.
The tenseness goes away.
Yay!
She gestures you over to like one of the food tables, picks something up off of it, and says, "Slightly smashed crepe."
You know, I was hoping they would have some food not cleared yet.
Oh, yes. The cleaning staff found themselves occupied.
Mm-mm.
So we'll come back to you, Heather.
No problem.
Meanwhile, Helena, he seems to be waiting for you to respond.
Hold on a sec. I kind of forgot what the last thing was said.
He was essentially telling you that he wants to have the scales fall from your eyes, and that's why he's here talking to you. He wants to offer you the same freedom that he gives.
Helena stands up and sort of walks over to the sofa to like sit down next to him.
He doesn't move at all and lets you, but he's sitting in a way that to sit next to him, you have to be uncomfortably close to him. Like in this wide sofa, he's sitting in the exact center of it. So no matter what,
one of the
yeah.
corners.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like he's clearly, as you sit down, he shifts a little closer too, so this way you're uncomfortably near him. So this way, like your legs are touching and your shoulders are touching.
Well, nothing weird with family anyway.
No, it's not in a sexual way. It's clearly just meant to intimidate you.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
And at this point, she's not feeling that way.
No, of course not. With that big scar, you feel pretty confident about that. You're the scariest looking thing in the room.
Yeah. So she's like, why even bother, really? Like, you never cared before, Theo. Why starting now?
Because, cousin, you weren't worth anything before. You were another small, scared little child who ran away when things got too tough. But now I look at you and I see strength. I see life. I see promise. And
Excuse me, ran away?
he puts a hand on your face gently as you say, "Excuse me, ran away." It's clear he ignores that, and he says, "I could free you of this," as his thumb just gently hovers over your eye. You know that, right?
He's been having it closed for a while, so like very, very surprised. And I have no knowledge of what meaning.
His thumb comes down on your closed eyelid and he pushes on it slightly.
Ow.
And his other hand flies up, holding your head in place as he pushes deep, and it hurts. It feels like for a moment he's about to gouge out your eye before the pressure releases. Tell me a lie again. You know how much I hate being lied to.
Sorry.
Tell me a lie and I will make you sing a sweet song, Rosebud. And you remember the songs that you used to sing for me?
Fine.
Do you want me to remove it for you?
What's the cost?
You come with me now. We go, we free your adopted child, and you leave them all behind. You won't even ever have to fight against them.
How do you know about hope?
I have traveled far, and I can sense now the connections between people. The connections that travel brings. and I can sense what you have left behind and how he fooled you and manipulated you. I just want to help you. After traveling the multiverse, I miss my family. I miss you. It's very lonely out here. No one knows me in the burned hand, not like you knew me.
I can't do that.
He frowns, which turns from a frown into an angry grimace that splits his beautiful face like a crack in the earth, and turns it from something of handsomeness to of an ugly anger as his hands on your head begin to tighten.
Yeah, she's gonna stare at him straight in the eye. Both eyes open.
Roll me an intimidation
Intimidate?
at advantage. Intimidation
Oh, fuck yeah.
because of your scar.
Where's my... Oh, I see. I forgot that I don't have that checked. Oh, my thing isn't working.
No worries. Take its
Yeah.
time.
No, it's, the page itself doesn't wanna work. It doesn't even wanna close. Oh, there it goes. Okay, here we go. Uh-oh. Oh.
He pauses, and right as you feel like your head can't take any more of his pressure and squeezing on it, with an unnatural strength, he was squeezing so hard that your scalp was beginning to bleed a little bit. He relaxes his grip, and his thumb just trails down your scar.
I grew up, Theo. I'm not scared anymore.
I can see you've traveled a lot too. Why won't you believe that I only want what's best for you?
It's not that I don't believe you, it's... I have a sense of duty now. I have people that I want to protect as well.
A duty to someone who lies to you, who manipulates you?
It's not to him, it's to the people with me.
Then join us and let us help them. My hands are tied if my colleagues consider them dangerous enough that they need to die. But you might be able to sway them. You might be able to show that not everyone in your group is unreasonable. You can do more help for them with us than you can with that liar god.
Give me time to think about it, yeah.
You have until this party ends, and I assure you it will end. He stands up and moves to the door, opening it, and glances back at you. Everything ends. And then he steps out and closes the door behind him. And the last bit of evidence that he was ever even in this room is the gently dissipating cologne he was wearing. A sweet, summery spell that reminds you of past lives in a simpler time.
Hardcore, dude. Jesus fuck. Stands
Mood.
and goes back to the party.
Okay. Meanwhile,
That was so good.
Zeris.
The music was so on point. Jesus fuck.
Shout out to Alex actually for that. I asked her what would Theo's theme be, and she picked out that song. So, shout out to Alex on the music on that. Everything else was ye old GM. Zeris.
Mm-hmm.
You're up.
It's in timeout.
The woman beside you eventually gets bored of you not talking to her, and she gets up and leaves. Rinder. A woman's approaching you, the one who left Zaris, but you have some time right now with Hans to do what you want to do.
Throw Hans at her.
You're like a Goliath, I can't.
Doing anything with Hans, or?
But no, I can't think of anything else.
Alright, you deer in headlights as Contessa Prowlin approaches you. Lokrian's cougar mama. And she just approaches you and then extends a hand, expecting you to kiss it, clearly. It's got a ring on it.
Spit in the lady's face.
Do you spit it in the lady's face?
No.
Oh, okay.
That was a bad influence. Oh, fuck. I don't know if Brenda would do it.
Do it.
You want me to come back to you, May?
No, let's just... He gives her a bow.
Do you kiss her ring?
Out of respect, yes.
She smiles as you do. Commander Rinder, I believe.
Yes.
Your wife speaks very highly of you.
Listen, she's obviously lying.
And I do much prefer the company of a more mature man.
He's like, I'm married.
I know you are. I'm not looking for anything in that regard. I'm looking for just someone to simply accompany me. For the time being.
I did see looking Mr. Greensleeves come in here.
I saw as well, he seems to have some new toy he's going to break the heart of.
Damn, look, Mitch isn't here to hear that.
Men like that are the enemy of all womankind. You agree, Commander Rinder?
I cannot speak for Mr. Greensleeves.
I take you for a man who knows what his wife wants and doesn't beat around the bush for it. Do you beat around the bush, Commander Rinder?
No.
Then you must have a very happy wife indeed. And she smiles at you. Hans snorts, and like a bit of his drink spurts out of his nose and hits you.
Have you seen Count Duke around?
Count Duke?
Yeah, the dude that assassin.
Oh,
Not that Rinder would know he's assassin, but
no, it seems like he stayed with Lord Terrigan instead of coming back. He is our official ambassador between.
a pity. I would have enjoyed to meet him.
I could arrange such a meeting, Commander Rinder, but you would need to do me a favor.
And what's that favor?
Well,
Kill Lokrian green thieves.
We can talk about that at a later date. For now, I think we should just enjoy the party, don't you?
I'll enjoy it from here.
I see. She just kind of stands near you. Meanwhile, Martin. Let me put back on the porno music. Alex, next round I'm going to skip you, by the way, because you kind of had your big scene, and I want to start winding down, if that's all right. Okay.
At least allow her to sit down with Zarek.
Yeah, I'm assuming that you're sitting down with Zaris. Martin, you describe how you dance.
I'm doing the monkey, you know. That one.
She pauses and seems intrigued. What kind of dance is that, sir? Where does that come from?
You see, I was taught this dance by my father, Sir Thunder Magnum. Now, that is just one part of me. Now, would you like to experience the other Magnum?
Roll persuasion at advantage. Locrian, are you here, by the way, Mitchie? Mitchie?
No, it's not.
Damn it, I saw him.
I'm here.
Mitchie, did you hear how Contessa Prowlin described you?
An enemy to womankind.
Good.
She doesn't even know. She doesn't even know what I've been going through.
Oh, wow.
Again, Bolt, you just don't. He looks at you and says, well, your delivery is weak. I believe actions speak louder than words, and currently I find myself intrigued and slightly aroused by your dancing.
Well, I thought you'd join me on the scene in this motion. Let's do the monkey.
She shrugs and then gets up and does the monkey with you, gaining inspiration. On the stage, anyone who's looking at Jaren and Darren, you hear the green-haired man go, "That worked!" and then he smacks Darren, whispers something to him, and you all hear Darren go, "No, I'm not doing it. No." And then Jaren walks out in the front and begins doing the monkey and says, "Come on, everybody!"
Yeah, let's all do the monkey.
Masculine voice. And Darren rolls his eyes and begins doing like a half-hearted monkey as well. Deimos,
Can you dance like a frick monkey?
Your journey to Venus is now much more perilous, as the dance floor is no longer doing an organized, like, ballroom dance. Instead, they are now flailing their fists wildly.
It's gonna drag back. I'm trying to dance with him.
Are you gonna dance with them?
He starts dancing.
Roll me a performance.
Oh my god.
Deimos, what's your strength?
Oh god.
No, not strength save. I just need to know your strength score, dude.
16.
Okay, so that's a plus what?
Plus 3.
3.
Plus 3? Alright, you deal 4 damage to the person next to you, hitting him directly on the chin and knocking him out.
Oh shit.
Someone sees that and shoves you, causing you to bounce into someone else, who then bounces into someone else and then punches him.
Oh my god, Deimos.
One moment.
I just started a ballroom battle.
Heavy metal
No,
music.
it's
Mosh pit.
now it's an actual room blitz.
One moment.
Ballroom blitz. Ballroom blitz.
Deimos Blitz.
Deimos blitz.
Oh
One
god.
moment. The mosh opens up. As a mosh pit starts, Rinder is banging his head, everyone's banging their head. And
Even
this organized ballroom has now become a mosh pit in the center. Meanwhile, Locrian and Bree. So guys, I'm gonna wrap up everything that's happening in that room with mosh pit, okay? So the ballroom area is done. We're gonna wrap up with Locrian, Bree, and Iserbo, because I know people have to go to bed or work, and I do want to finish these favorites before people need to leave.
No.
So,
Logan,
Wait, we're gonna have
he's
heavy
gonna
metal
look
music?
around.
yeah.
Oh no.
Oh my god, the heavy metal music. Wait, turn that out. That's really loud.
Yeah.
Logan's gonna get up. He's gonna notice, make sure that all the adults see, and then just like walk up to the ball pit and be like, "Ah, it's the chunky man! He's coming after me! Ah!" And I'm just gonna like jump into the ball pit while screaming.
Performance, please, to get everyone's attention.
All right, and I'll use my inspiration.
Look, it's only as you're falling that you realize that this place is like almost it's 80% single moms, and you just showed how great you are with kids. And like as you fly through the air towards the ball pit, you have like a Deimos moment where you realize may have made a horrible mistake here.
When suddenly over you.
All in here on the dance floor.
I will send you something in a moment, Dylan. But go ahead. Detect thoughts away.
Oh, I'm waiting for Patch.
Alright.
I think Patch is changing the music? 'Cause the
I
music
did,
stuff.
yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna get louder in a moment. Bree,
Yes.
what are you doing?
Does it look like everyone's distracted?
Yeah, all the single moms are like heart-eyesing at Locrian, and you hear a couple of them tittering a bit.
Yeah. She's gonna look at Chunky Charlie and at that the thing that they're wearing, the not bracelet, what is it called? The chains. And she's gonna go, and she's gonna cast Detect Thoughts on Chunky Charlie.
Alright. Roll me a wisdom save. Or an intelligence save. No, I'll do an intelligence save. Those never get used. Intelligence save. You are, although no one notices your spellcasting, you are suddenly like, you detect thoughts, and what you hear is a cacophony of voices, as if there were more than one soul in that body. And you cannot make out anything from the din, and it's only for a brief moment that you have that connection with it before you wisely sever it. And when you come to out of like your stupor, you're kind of on the ground, on your back, looking up with like a shocked expression, and Locrian and all the other concerned parents standing over you.
What happened?
What did Locrian see?
Locrian didn't see anything. He was inside a ball pit.
So why is everyone over me? Why is he over me?
Because someone probably called him over. You missed like you're missing a good minute of time. You're realizing. You like passed out for a moment.
She's gonna sit up.
Give her some space. One of the moms says.
Everything, hey, everything okay, Kindle? I'm gonna say in Elven.
The creature is standing stock still and staring at you, Kindle, but you're the only one who sees that right now. No one's paying attention.
Yeah, she's ignoring all of the parents and Locrian, looking straight at the creature.
I'm sorry, should we go get some water from the other room?
No. Wow, everyone!
She says, and then she like rubs the side of her head a little bit, and she goes,
Wow!
"It's Chunky Charlie," she says in like a exhausted, like monotone voice, and like shakes her hands a little bit, like jazz hands.
The children all like look, turn, scream really loudly in mock horror, and then run away. And the parents look like everything's back to normal. And one of them comes up to you, Locrian, another one of the moms. It's the same one as before, Tiresa, or whatever the fuck I named her. And she says, "It's understandable. Some of the kids do react like that the first time they see Charlie."
Really?
Yeah. I'm not certain why the company would pick such a horrifying mascot.
I can't either.
She's gonna look at Locrian and go, keep it up.
Are you saying that?
Yeah.
Pick you up?
No, keep it up.
Oh, no. Do you say that louder this way Locrian has clarification? Or did Locrian here pick me up first?
No, I'm saying it louder.
I heard pick me up.
Saying it louder? And, yeah, the woman notices and she goes, keep what up?
Keep what up?
Being such a good dad.
He says.
Oh, what a little sweetie.
I'm gonna start sweating. I'm gonna look at the mom. I'm gonna look at her. It would be like, yeah, well,
This kid has like 3 dads so far.
Well, yes. I can't even fathom why such a terrible mascot would be picked. This is quite jarring, really.
It really is.
Echo, I keep thinking of her. Kendall's looking at Chunky Charlie still. I rolled an Arcana to see if I can tell if there's any magic things going on with him.
No, you can't tell. And with that, we're going to kind of close out as a waiter comes in and says, all right, playpen's closed for the few hours for cleaning. God, I hope none of them shit in the ball pit again. He mutters under his breath loud enough for Locrian to hear.
I'm gonna go. Prestidigitation. Well, I guess we should probably get some food, shouldn't we, Kindle?
Come find me later. I'll set up a private room for us, Tiresa says, and slips you a card.
I like take it shakingly. I'm like, yes, sure. Pleasure to meet you.
All right, and you guys exit the ball pit area.
One quick thing though.
Sure.
Kendall's gonna look at the waiter and like motion for them to get down closer.
The waiter does.
Can you tell me about the person who's playing the character?
Oh, no, we don't know anything about them. We just allowed the Chunky Charlie fast food network to have a playpen here for advertising purposes.
So who's the representative?
You'd have to speak to Johan about that. And you're like 8, so go away.
I'm also smarter than you, she says and frowns.
Yeah, I doubt it, kid.
She's gonna step on his foot.
Ow! He goes.
Oh no. Did you? What happened?
Nothing.
Meanwhile, guys, the chat happening in the Tantalian between Jing and a child is fucking hilarious. Lastly, Israbo, you've got Ventress, but she says that she can't stay too long.
I'm trying to figure out what to do real quick. I mean, basically, Bo wanted to talk to her about, like, long-term goals and stuff, and then, like, apparently we have to deal with some situation here before I get to leave, but after I leave here, I wanted to talk to you about, like, more long-term effects.
Of course, I'll send you a letter and we can be pen pals.
Oh, okay. And he looks a little disappointed.
I'm working, honey. You'll have to give me some time, she says, looking at you, and pauses and gives you a kiss on the cheek. Now go scurry off and play with your friends.
I suppose. What if I'm playing with you?
Alright. And I think
He's
how...
He's gonna grab some food and stuff it in his bag and then pop out.
Yeah.
If there's any cake, even if it's smushed, he's gonna grab some.
There is. It's got a nice big hairy butt print in it.
I'm gonna avoid the butt print and grab some of the non-butt print cake.
All right.
Actually, you know what? No, he's grabbing the butt print cake because they fucking started it.
We're gonna wrap it up, and first off, award for tonight is.
You want to say bye to the stream?
Yes. Oh yeah. Goodbye, stream. You make sure to have a lovely night, and thank you so much for watching. You can follow us on Twitch. We are currently 18 followers away from our being able to affiliate with Twitch. All of our other shows you can find information about, as well as how to play with us, down below the stream video. All right. Have a wonderful day, evening,
Bye,
night. Why do I always
everyone.
fuck that up? Bye.